Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. Today is January the 7th, and I had planned on doing a video about, the levels of initiations as a result of where I and many of us currently reside. But let's see. Dominic, and I should have remembered your name. My nephew's name is Dominic. Ended up placing a comment within my one of my videos yesterday, and the Flame is Rising, the Power of Shakti video, where and I'm trying to get back there to see what he actually wrote. And I hope you don't mind, Dominic, that I am actually placing your name in this video. I thought it was a very that's a comment that seeks further understanding, because things are lining up that are making me have to talk about this. I was reading, doing my research yesterday, even prior to you talking about the Antahkarana, and I hope I am pronouncing this correctly. And so as I was doing my research yesterday, or day before, whatever day it was, that word, of course, became within my awareness. I noticed it. And I've actually received this symbol roughly a few months ago, maybe longer. The time frame is not important. In one of my messages that was given. Back then, I failed to incorporate its meaning. Now, the message that Dominic is, or comment that Dominic had, is in relationship to the Warp Speed logo, in relationship to the injection that is available for the COVID vaccine. I really do my best to stay out of this type of topic, but I really feel it's important to provide information so that others can make their own judgment in regards to it, and according to what is good for your life. So I didn't know that the Antahkarana was the logo for the vaccine. Here's my perspective on the whole thing. I think I may have placed my perspective about the idea of COVID. And I think a lot of you are kind of on the same ballpark. But I think a lot of us are still within this type of fear-based mindset still, and need a little help and clarification. I first want to express, man was created as a true substance, pure substance of creation, out of creation, divine light, perfected. The fall of man has created these ideas. Ideas turn into manifestations of form. Thought can be placed and creates matter. We were created all by a thought. Disease never existed until the fall of man's ego. Time has created everything that we have within the medical community. They are creating newer diseases based on symptoms that you go in. Oh, here's new stuff. People are talking about here is widespread. Must be a new disease. Now please know, I used to be an individual that believed I was sick. I have been asked my husband, one of my major control systems in my life, stemming from early childhood that has limited everything within my life. Don't math, Christy, you're going to have an asthma attack. Which means don't have fun, Christy. Which means you can't go do anything, Christy. Which means no friends for you, Christy. Which means no life. And it's really making me think here. And it's touching me. And my angels and guides are confirming. I was being robbed of the divine breath that creates within. My lungs could never properly fill with God's breath. Without being able to fill your body with divine essence and flow, death begins to occur. And it's not just asthma, okay? After my accident, things really got worse for myself. I believed in the conditions, the limitations, the chronic pain. I believed in everything they were telling me. Losing hope. Losing spark. Losing more essence. Creating more death within my mind and my heart. Therefore, my physical form. Therefore, creating more diseases. More conditions. Faith has been created to give us power. The ability to create begins with a beautiful thought that is truly believed in. You have to believe in health. Or you believe in illness. You believe in life, or you believe in death. There's no in between. It's one way or the other. With the world, the collective here, Earth, raising their vibration to 5D reality here. Do you honestly think that scientists, government, whatever, those in control, don't realize what's taking place? That they're losing control over humanity? Because humanity is expanding more. They are waking up to something. That has been forgotten. Whether or not you believe that COVID has stemmed from something out there, or is it as a result of humanity raising their vibration. We all know that when we are raising our vibration and taking in our divine light, side effects. What are those side effects? Our limitations, our negative mindset, our pain that we have been holding on to. Everything that has not served us, that has been planted within us since the fall. We are transforming ourselves back to pure light. But in order to do so, toxins have to be released. And by that release, we are experiencing something that might be making us feel not so good. We go to the doctors, and if that's what you choose to do, and they say, well, I don't know what you're talking about. This doesn't make sense. But yet, everybody now, more than one person is talking about the same thing. And there's something happening within the blood now. Blood is being changed. Or this is being attacked. This old bad cell is being attacked because beautiful cells are trying to be recreated. The mind is expanding, but yet there's something taking place. Fevers. Lungs are trying to expand, yet you're feeling a little restricted. So here, let's create this disease. Let's create more fear in people because we want to control them a little more. Suppress the human mind and the human spirit continuously so that those who are and have been in control can stay in control, can have the wealth, have the life that they always wanted, but we can't allow the rest of the world to figure it out. I believe that anything we place into our body, whether it is medications or organic substances, we have to believe in that power, that it's going to do what it's supposed to do for us, give us life. If you believe in taking a vaccine, believe in it with all of your heart, that it's going to save you. If you don't believe in a vaccine, and your mind is telling you there's something weird about it, you have to believe in your own mind that everything else that you're doing for yourself is going to give you life. The Antahkarana will come to you when you have or are about to create this bridge. Here on our physical level, our human form has to be purified. The vessel first. Your 7 main chakras must be opened. Then you begin working on your spiritual bodies. When the spiritual bodies have been almost to the verge of uniting with your vessel, you're creating the bridge. The Antahkarana. The Antahkarana is the bridge between the human mind to the higher mind, the human soul to the higher soul, the earth plane to the heavens. The bridge here now. And I'm getting so many chills. lots of confirmation from my angels and guides. And now I'm feeling overwhelmed with love. This bridge now, I mentioned it back in the summertime. I called it the Rainbow Bridge. It's the bridge between where the Holy Spirit, the Kundalini, life force energy is crucified, where the medulla oblongata is, or the back of the cerebellum, the base of the neck and the skull. This is where the cross is. You have the skull mind. You have the spine. And you have the earth plane. Creates a cross. There's a little funnel there, kind of. A little bed. Where the essence kind of just pulls up a little bit. And it is crucified or is intensified. It becomes more electrified, more powerful. And then kind of like bursts into all of your cerebellum, your brain, everywhere. The Rainbow Bridge, when it is ready to be activated, is the bridge between the pineal and the pituitary gland. It creates that arc of the covenant. And I think that's what I may have labeled that video back in the summertime, or whenever it was. This connects the lower mind, lower self, to the higher mind, the higher self, which connects, of course, the human form to the divine light. This is your Antahkarana. It's more than just a Reiki symbol of healing. It is embedded within a personal sacred symbol that unites the human self with the godlike self, creating a divine bridge and making it one. You know, when we think about how do we create this bridge in modern living here, an architect doesn't just go build a bridge. He has to think about this bridge, create a design, think about truly how is this going to work out. It's a process. Of course, begins with a thought, ends with an action, and creates exactly that arc of the bridge that he's envisioned in his mind. For this symbol to be on a vaccine that goes into the human body that already has the ability to have an Antahkarana within it, a bridge between the human form to the divine light and spirit of all, should make you question its motives. And Dominic asked, is it to open the chakras or close it? Is it to open the bridge or close the bridge? I hope that you have understood my message here. or I hope that you are open to finding a different perspective, if you didn't already have one, that may be true and good for you. Keep in mind, whatever is true and good for you is based upon your own life. It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with another individual, and your choices should not be judged, especially by yourself. And that's why I emphasized in this video your faith towards what you choose better give you life. If it gives you life, then it can't be wrong. Be honest in your life. Really be honest. What you are doing, are you receiving life? Do you feel in your heart that you are receiving life? Given every opportunity to be your greatest self. Are you giving yourself the opportunity to be your greatest self? By your thought processes, by your emotional state, by your wording, and by your actions. And if so, continue doing what you're doing. And if not, be honest. And then don't be afraid to change it. You know, I used to say I had so much faith. But that was a lie. I was kidding myself. Where was my faith in my health? Where was my faith when I couldn't walk, when I couldn't drive, when my marriage was falling apart, when I was losing my mind, when I had no hope, when I was willing to try suicide? Where was my faith? Faith moves mountains. And it takes time to build a faith that does just that. Because it's more than thinking. It's more than reading something and saying, I believe in that. It's building the bridge. It's receiving the Antahkarana. From that lower mind to the higher mind, the lower heart to the higher heart, the lower soul to the higher, the divine soul, the lower body to the divine light. The angels and the guides, light, is confirming to grow in more faith. Grow in more light. Light is what shines on all areas of our own darkness and gives us life. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.